Greetings, everybody. I am Lobo, and welcome to Luna. This is episode 210 of my Minecraft survival series, and today I am going to explore the 1.17 update. I'm a little late to the party, as is protocol. You guys have probably already seen a lot of what this update has to offer, but you know what? I haven't. So let's go ahead and check some of this stuff out. Last episode, we ran into these guys. We made some new friends during the end screen. You might have seen them, but we haven't seen their faces yet. And I do want to see those. I gotta be very careful not to push this guy into a block or anything. There we go. Look at him. He's adorable. He's an axolotl. That really doesn't work, does it? But we're not just sightseeing today. There's more to it than that. We also need resources. Resources for our storage system, of course, iron for the hoppers and stuff like that. And also, we're going to be on the lookout for some of the new blocks that we have available to us so we can make room for them in our storage system. So this is very much an exploration and also caving episode. So if those types of episodes don't appeal to you, well, I'm sorry. This is just not the episode for you. But check this out. We got some copper here. This is excellent. We're going to be doing some stuff with this, hopefully in this episode. Hopefully we get enough of it to actually do what I want to do with it. Well, that cave was kind of a bust. I mean, not really. We saw some interesting stuff. We saw some axolotls. But, you know, we're not looking for that right now. Luckily, though, this desert that we popped out in at the end of last episode, this has plenty of caves available to us. And also a very unsafe surface, so let's be careful what we do here. But we're going to go ahead and just pick another one of these at random and just go ahead and make our way down and hopefully find what we want to find. Not you, not my sword. Ah! Yeah. So I'm trying to run through here fast, relatively fast, just try to light up some areas so that we can go back and actually collect some stuff, right? Without mobs, you know, interfering. What I'm hoping for here, and this won't make for a great video, but what I'm hoping for here is a relatively uneventful outing. This might be a little too uneventful. This is basically turning into an iron mining expedition. That's all I'm finding so far, which is fine. I would be fine with that because we need the iron. But I promised you guys a little bit more. We'll see if we can get you guys a little bit more. Hey, check it out. We got copper this time. Switching things up a bit, you know? I mean, it's still ores, but these are new ores, right? Let me go ahead and tell you what I want the copper for. I mean, it's probably already pretty obvious what I want the copper for, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You see, I've been avoiding working in Luna for a while now. Like, obviously we work in Luna, but I've been avoiding doing, like, big builds in Luna. Builds that would, you know, require long time lapses and stuff like that, because my time-lapse account is also a survival account, which means that both of us need to sleep to bypass the night, or thunderstorms, which are the big problem here. And that's not always possible when filming a time-lapse. You know, you can't just stop. I guess you could, technically, but then it would make the video awkward. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, hopefully, if we get some copper, we can make some lightning rods and remedy that problem. I didn't really explain what the problem with thunderstorms was, did I? Well, thunderstorms are dangerous. There you go. No, you know, you got the lightning strikes, and we recently lost Cookie to a lightning strike. It's very dangerous. We've lost some structures. We haven't lost some structures, but I've had to rebuild some structures due to lightning strikes. It's just a problem I'd prefer to avoid from here on out. This one finally looks like it's going down deep. Maybe we can get something here. Let's go for it. Really? Oh. Ooh, we got that. We got the dripstone, or whatever it's called. I'm still learning about this update, okay? Oh, and it looks like it opens up over here. Our luck may be changing for the better, guys. Okay, so this stuff is harvestable, which is good. I'm like referencing the wiki. I have the wiki open on my other screen, so I'm just like referencing it as we come across new stuff. So that way I know I'm not going to miss out on anything, right? But we are getting a nice little collection going here. It's looking pretty good so far. Oh! You scared me! He scared me. Oh my goodness! Look at this. This goes down. This is a good sign. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen with the axolotl. Let's just ignore that completely. So you remember that drop that I wanted to go down? I lost it. Yeah, now I got the opposite problem. There's too many options. There's too many ways to go. I backtracked a little bit to collect some stuff. Now I can't figure out how to get back to where I wanted to go. Well, that's fine. We got other routes available to us. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen any of y'all around here. Oh, we almost got the spider on the thingy. Oh, wow, what a jump. Go away. I got some stuff to do. Yeah, I am going back and collecting all this stuff. I don't know if I made that clear. Like, I'm just lighting ahead so that way I don't get attacked by mobs. Then I kind of backtrack and do my collections. Just so you guys know, I'm not passing any of this stuff up. I probably am, because I don't, I missed some of it, obviously, because I'm unobservant, but I'm collecting the obvious stuff, at least. These little dripstones, stalactites, and stalagmites, they're going to come in handy. I like these things. Like, I don't know that they'll work in the caves, like the custom caves that we put together, just because they're more brownish. But they'd be cool for like, like sharpened stakes and stuff like that. And use some stripped wood and all that stuff. That'd be really neat to do something with that. I'm just like formulating plans in my head as we're doing this. Lots of possibilities in the future. No, sir. I see ya. See, we could have passed like ships in the night. You went your way, I went mine. But you decided to make it weird. I hear lava, so we might be getting pretty deep now, which is good. Oh my goodness! Well, that's a thing that happened. This gravel is a hazard. This is a good cave. This is a really good cave. It's like the third or fourth cave we tried. So, I mean, we're bound to get a good one sooner or later. This is like a veritable treasure trove of ores. Which, if I'm to be honest, is what I'm mostly after here. Now, from what I understand about the dripstone, it's going to be a lot more prevalent in 1.18 once they add the dripstone caves and stuff to the game. Once the caves are much, much deeper than they currently are. I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm not going to worry too much about collecting like every last scrap of this stuff right now. I just want a decent amount to do a little something with eventually. Oh, we made it to the Deepslate, guys. We made it down deep in here. Now, this is another block that is going to be a lot more prevalent in 1.18. That is a pretty ore. This is a pretty block, and I like the way it sounds when you break it. This is going to be a lot more prevalent in 1.18 as well. We're going to collect a lot more of it then, but I do actually want to get a decent amount of it now because, well, I got plans for this stuff. This is going to be a very useful thing to have, this Deepslate. So, yeah, I think we're going to spend a little bit of time collecting a pretty decent amount of it. Oh my goodness! Why with so much gravel? This is ridiculous. Give me my blocks! I think I've already discovered my favorite way to harvest Deepslate as of now. The water makes this a very good way to harvest Deepslate because now nothing's going to fall into the lava. I'm not going to go into the lava. We just harden the lava as soon as it appears. Alright, so even being down deep in here, we can get this stuff pretty safely. Which is good. Very good, in fact. Oh, what is this stuff, huh? I don't even know what this stuff is. I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. What's it called? This is, tough. Sounds tough. Should probably light this place up before I hop on the wiki, though. Trying to be safe here. Alright, so I feel like we're in a pretty good spot to do a little bit of harvesting, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, probably going to do this in a time lapse, but not really in the place where I'm going to consider calling Didi over here, because we're a long way from home. And, well, he's got other matters to tend to, right? So at this point, let's just go ahead and put on a little bit of music and get to gathering. Oh, guys! A glow squid! We found a glow squid! No, glow squid, no! Dang it. fellow explorer, I see. What are you doing down here, fella? Oh, no. No. You don't want to go that way. Hey, what you got on you? Nothing I really need. But if any of your friends come around, tell them I'm looking for some mossy blocks and stuff like that. Anyway, be safe, traveler. Watch out for falling gravel. It's a hazard. Well, I think that's probably going to do it for us, for now at least. I don't have as much of this stuff as I would really like to have on hand, but you know what? We'll come back eventually, maybe go somewhere else, collect some more of this stuff. I'll bring a beacon next time, which would definitely come in handy, you know. Also, more shulker boxes because, well, I only really brought 3 of them with me, and they are nearly filled up. That's not counting this one right here. That's my torch box. But there is, you know, I'm not going to completely fill up these shulker boxes yet because there is some other stuff that we haven't come across yet. There's other stuff to collect. There's other stuff to see. Hopefully we can end up finding some of it. Because all we've really done is spend a little bit of time in the caves here. And that's probably, I'm going to continue to spend a little bit of time in the caves because I want to find something. But I think that's probably enough deep slate and ores to at least hold us over for a little bit. Ah, almost missed one. Dang it! You know, I know what gravel is. I know what gravel does. Why can't I just bring myself to leave it alone? That I don't know. Ooh. Okay. Okay, this is one of the things I was looking for. Look at this. We found a geode, right? That's a geode. Oh boy. This is cool. This is really cool. I like this. It just ding? Oh my goodness. I'm a musical genius. Don't let my Resident Evil 8 playthrough fool you. I'm a musical genius. Okay, I'm fairly certain that we're not supposed to break this. Or it's not farmable like outside of the geode. I don't know. I need to look stuff up. I need to research this. I need to figure out how to handle our new discovery here, so I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. Okay, so the blocks that we can't break here are the budding amethyst. These blocks right here with the little X on them, because those grow the amethyst crystals, right? And those are what we can farm to make more of the amethyst blocks and also make some other stuff here. So that means we can pretty much take everything else, which is what I think we're going to do. So let me go ahead and start collecting some of this stuff, and we'll expose all the budding amethyst blocks. And we'll be really careful not to break these, because we're going to set up a little amethyst operation over here. Not like a permanent one, but, you know, enough to keep us supplied. And there's also a couple other blocks that we can get while we're here, too. We can get the smooth basalt and these blocks right here, the calcite, which I think is really cool. I like the look of these. Okay, let's start collecting. well, there we go. We got a bunch of blocks of budding amethyst exposed, which means that we can start harvesting some amethyst shards if we come over here from these fully grown amethyst clusters, right? So I suppose we can go ahead and do our first official harvest. Let's go ahead and take this one now. I think this is a fully grown one, right? Be very careful not to break anything we don't actually want to break. So I'm using my Fortune 3 pickaxe. We get 4 shards from that. I believe we can collect more than that, though, on occasion. And that time we got 16. Perfect. All right, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and harvest a few more of these. And we'll see what we can get. Where's your hitbox? Oh, there it is. All right, so our first harvest netted us 40 shards, which is a good start. You know, we got more of the sides of the blocks exposed now, which is good. So we could AFK over here at some point and collect a lot more of them, but I'm not worried about that right now. But eventually we are going to want to find this place again and harvest some more of this, right? Which means that we are going to need to go ahead and mark it out so we know where it is, and also make an easy way to get back down here. All right, so we got scaffolding leading all the way down from the surface here, and there's our portal right there, so not even too far away. Perfect. So let's go ahead and just make sure we can see this spot as soon as we exit the portal. I'll just make a little slime tower right here temporarily. And if we decide to, keep this area to farm amethyst in permanently, we'll do a little something here, a little bit more special than this, but I think this will do for now. Now, probably the biggest thing I've been excited for with this new update is the changes that they've made to iron. So, I have a stack of iron ore on me, and the cool thing about this stack of iron ore is that it's now fortunable, which means that we should be able to get more than a stack of raw iron in return, which can all be smelted into iron ingots. So, basically what this means is that I'm very, very upset that I've smelted iron in the recent weeks or months before one of you guys was, told me, hey, this stuff is going to be fortunable soon, so hold off on it. And I do appreciate that. I really do appreciate you telling me. You could have told me sooner, though. I'm just kidding. I love y'all. I would have smelted up all my ore previous to this if you guys hadn't told me. So, let's see what this actually nets us here. More than 2 stacks, wow. Does the same thing apply to copper? I'm guessing copper is going to be fortunable. Let's see if it's the same ratio. So we'll put down maybe 10 of these, right? And if we get more than 10 in return, I will be very, very happy. And we got more than a stack in return. Wow. Wow. This is huge. This is going to help us here massively. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're going to make some iron, people. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and put this away. I need some room in my inventory. I'm going to go ahead and grab all our other iron that we have sitting waiting to be smelted, and we're going to fortune that as well. Oh boy, I have been looking forward to this, guys. So, now we have a bunch of iron that we're going to break down. We're also going to break down some of these other copper ores that we just got as well. And we'll see what we get. So let's go ahead and call Didi on over here, put on a little bit of music, and get wealthy. And by that, I mean we're going to be rich in minerals by the time we're done. Ha! Well, that netted us an absolute ton of raw copper, and I am super happy about that. We ended up getting some raw gold as well, which is very cool. And also, turns out, if you break down Another gold ore with a fortune pickaxe still gives you the nuggets. That's fine. But as far as iron goes, well, we got nearly a full double chest. You saw what we had on us. That netted us nearly a full double chest, which is really going to come in handy when we continue work on the storage system here. I am very happy, guys. Very happy. Now, obviously, we're not going to be working on the storage system in this episode, but I am smelting up some of our copper because before we wrap things up today, there is something I'd like to do. And that is to finally protect Luna from Mother Nature. So, we're going to go ahead and lay down some lightning rods. Now, there are obviously some structures around Luna that lend themselves to having lightning rods placed on top of them like this. I'm wondering if the lightning rod look okay by itself or if we want to kind of dress it up a little bit. So, we're going to go ahead and give ourselves some options here. Let's go ahead and place you down like that with this on top of it. And we'll see which design we think we prefer. So, I think I am leaning towards the light, actually. That kind of offers a little something extra, you know? So we'll probably end up rolling with that. But that's not the only option I considered, you know? Because I was thinking maybe we could put them, like, you know, way high up in the sky, up at build limit, right? To protect all of Luna from lightning strikes, and I think that might have been cool. Except for the fact that I tried it in a test world and, you know, the lightning rods were still fairly visible. Another option would have been to place the lightning rods within the beacon beams, so they would be kind of hidden. And also, if we were to place these, you know, high up in the sky, hidden in the beacon beams, that would be something. But, again, they're still fairly visible because the lightning rods, you know, are visible, and the beacon beams don't render after a certain distance. So, that's kind of an issue. So I think we're going to place these on the structures for now, but I haven't ruled out eventually making a protective lightning rod net over Luna, but that might have to wait till after the 1.18 update when the world height changes and we can afford to place these things a little bit higher up and kind of hide them a little bit better. Now, before somebody tells me I don't need as many lightning rods as I'm going to put down because they cover, you know, a pretty large area, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I'm going to go ahead and put a lot of these down because, you know, I just don't want them to look out of place. I figure the more of these we get in, the more common they're going to look, the more they're going to fit in with the rest of Luna. Okay, you know what? Admittedly, I may have gone a little bit overboard with the lightning rod placement here in the business district of Luna, but there is a very fine line between being underprepared and being overprepared, okay? And I like to err on the overprepared side of that line. But even though the business district is the most populated district in Luna, that's not the only place we need to protect. We have several other places that we need to go ahead and lightning proof, including the approach. Now, unfortunately, some of these builds lend themselves more to lightning proofing than others. Some of our more vulnerable builds, gonna be a little difficult to actually kind of make these things look decent. For instance, I like how those look over there, right? Those look decent to me, but, you know, this? No, I don't like that. We'll have to come up with some other solutions for some of these areas. Actually, that protective lightning rod net in the sky that we were talking about earlier, that might be the solution, right? The sky net, if you will. So I think that's going to be our ultimate goal. Again, that'll have to wait till, you know, the next major update. And we can just consider some of the stuff we're doing right now temporary measures. Does that Enderman have one of my blocks? That Enderman does have one of my blocks. Listen, fella, you drop it. Drop it right now and this is all over. You need to ask yourself, is this going to be worth it? Huh? Was it worth it? I swear, Enderman in the approach, this is just ridiculous. It always has been ridiculous. It probably always will be ridiculous. Look at this. And somebody else stole a block from right here. Ridiculous. But now it's time to go ahead and make our way over to the farm district. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the majority of the farm district is going to lend itself very well to these lightning rods. I don't know, some builds might, but not enough of them. So maybe what we'll do is just place some of these lightning rods out of sight, out of mind. You know, we'll place them up here in the walls, again, temporarily. And I know that somebody's probably thinking, you know, in Bedrock Edition, lightning rods cover a 64 by 64 by 64 area, and I'm placing them much more closer together than they would need to be to lightning proof this place, to protect it, right? Let me just say, I have reasons that I'm not going to get into, and I know more about this city than you do, and we'll just, we'll leave it at that. As I was putting some of these down, I wasn't a fan, but now, like, kind of just flying over Luna, they've already grown on me. I kind of like the additional lighting from, especially the lightning rods with the lanterns on top. By the way, speaking of, I'm missing one right here, so let's go ahead and put this bad boy down right here. With that, probably didn't need to jump for that, but I did anyway, because I'm very excited about it, okay? But yeah. It's grown on me. I'm actually kind of liking the look of everything right now. And the fact that Luna is now protected against lightning, I'm happy. Hey, guys, did anybody lose their cows and foxes? Because if they did, I just found all of the cows and foxes. This isn't even part of the video. I was just out scouting some areas. This is ridiculous. What is going on? Why are there so many cows and foxes? You're not a cow. You're not a cow either. They're pretending to be cows. They're not fooling me. Alright, so this is going to be where we call it for today, guys. I know we didn't see everything the update has to offer, but we did get the stuff that's most important to Luna moving forward. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that little thumbs up button. That would mean a whole lot to me. And if you want to see more, please remember to subscribe. But, as always, I just want to thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I am Lobo. And I will see you guys later.